for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready
Yo, what's up? This is the boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. Represent for New Media Today, USA Boxing. Reporting live from where, guys? Miami, mother, Florida. You see what I'm saying? That's where we at. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Your boy very much appreciate that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get it in today, man. We're gonna get it in today. You know, I really enjoyed yesterday's live. I have my favorite beer, Guinness Stout, right now. Don't drink and drive. That's my advice to you guys. Don't drink and drive. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, man, we had a real good live yesterday. We went kind of long yesterday, man. So we probably gonna do today. We're just gonna do 2 hours. We're gonna do 2 hours a day, and that's it. I'm gonna call it a day, or call it a night, or evening for everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, Helene, no. I don't rock with the Dolphins now. I don't rock with the Dolphins. My team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You see what I'm saying? That's my team. I don't rock with the Dolphins. You see what I'm saying? You know, I don't hate on the Dolphins. You know, down here in Miami, they call them the Miami Mullets. They call them the Miami Mullets. That's what they call. I call them Flipper. You know, Flipper, like the Dolphin Flipper. That's what I call them. I call the Miami Dolphins the Miami Mullets. We call them Flipper. I got my little. Let me see. Let's take it back that way. All right, working on my little. I got this green screen right here behind me. So, anyways, yeah, what's up, man? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? You know, you see old Coach smiling, got this big ass pad. All right, listen. Yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get right on in, man. As of right now, we want to give everybody a round of applause. That's in the chat right now. Coach Raider Nation here. The Raider Nation. Yes, sir. Hey, I used to rock with the Raiders, man, back when they had Marcus Allen, man. And you know what I mean? Hey, I'm gonna just drop a link for anybody that want to come on in, man. We're gonna keep the live today to 2 hours today, though. You know, the 2 hours a day. So yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to my main man. Let's go ahead and give everybody a shout out. Shout out in the building. My brother, Bernardi. What's going on, fam? Salute to my brother. Let's ring the Ali bell for everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to my brother Peter Barnarts. Shout out to my main man, Halim. Shout out to Mr. Angus. What's good? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. And let's see. And that's pretty much look like that's everybody that's talking right now. Okay, yeah, absolutely. What's up to my main man in Bloom? What's going on, fam? We can't forget about my brother, Charlo. What's good, baby? Hey, I was listening to Biggie this morning. Juicy Fruit, you know, well, that was the sample he used, you know what I mean? But I was listening to Biggie this morning, that's what I thought about. Yeah, man, so Corn Kid, what's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? Rocket Andretti, what's going on, baby? What's going on with you? Just like King Midas, as I was told, everything that I touch turn to gold. King Midas, what's up, man? Stick up for yourself. That's right, brother. Stick up for yourself. Easy now, Coach. Hope you're good and everyone else is. Yeah. Everyone is good on this end, man. KB in the building. Shelton Moore, my main man, Mr. Shelton Moore, my big brother. You see what I'm saying? Yes to the sir. LA in the house. LA in LA. Hey, yes. Oh, what time? Let's ring the Ali bell for my sister Karma Serene. Karma, what's going on, sis? What's going on? Doggone Karma. Okay. Shelton Moore, KB. Hold on, let me drop the link. You see what I'm saying? Drop the link. I'm Peter Von Oss. What's going on, fam? Anyless. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Jermaine C. Mark Remington. Hey, man, you know what, man? Your name sound like, I ain't going to say it on this live, but it sounds like a celebrity name. I say that. It sounds like a celebrity name, like Remington Steele. All right, man, we're going to get right into this, bro. We're going to get right into this. Now, I know I kind of been on a tear for the past couple of days about Mr. Tyson Fury. and I have offended a lot of people who are diehard fans of Tyson Fury. So, but I just had to come with facts. So I got some stuff I can show you guys on my phone that someone sent me a DM with on Instagram, and he pretty much, went off on me. You know what I mean? He pretty much went off on me. But it don't matter. I'm not gonna spend this live talking about that. We're gonna get straight to the point. Let me go ahead and go to YouTube. I already have this up on my phone anyways. Basically, you guys know here what's going on. Wizard Sleeve, what's going on, fam? Let's ring the Ali bell for my main man Michael Buffer, Mr. Shelton Moore, Peter Von Arts, Corn Kid, Wizard Sleeve, KB, my main man Halim. Ring the Ali bell for all these guys. All of them. You see what I'm saying? And Lisa Bell, she not here, but we gonna ring the Ali bell for Lisa Bells too. She not here. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get started though. And my main man Buster. Anyway, let's get started. Now, what I want to talk about, guys, is this. And this is gonna be my last time for now talking about this Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight. In my opinion now, my views have changed, as you guys know. Basically, I was sure that this fight was going to go down because I was believing what Bob Arum said. But then I was watching Bruce Vane. Shout out to Bruce Vane. Never met the brother, but shout out to Bruce Vane. He said some stuff, man, that really made me look at this thing from a different standpoint. And what I want to talk about is this. Anthony Joshua is not ducking Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is not ducking Anthony Joshua. Both men want to fight each other, right? Both men want to fight each other. KB, I'll give you a wrench, man. You've been rocking with me for a while. I don't give everybody a wrench, but you have been rocking with me for a while. So just leave a comment on the video, one of my videos. Leave a comment. Hey, shout out to my brother Diallo Huggy and Silverstream. Listen, just leave a comment on one of my videos. Go to my YouTube channel, leave a comment, and we'll make that happen for you. Anyways, but shout out to my main man Bruce Vane. Again, I don't know him, never met him, don't know what he looks like, never talked to him, never spoke to him before. But I subscribe to a lot of YouTube channels, and I just sit back and on top of my own research, I try to find on my own without looking at other people's channels, and then I go see what other people are talking about, and then I formulate pretty much what I want to talk about for the show. So basically, what I want to talk about is this. Again, Tyson Fury is not afraid of Anthony Joshua. He's not ducking him. Anthony Joshua is not afraid of Tyson Fury. He's not ducking him. There's one common denominator though that was brought up that really caught my eye. I really believe now that Wilder Fury is going to have to fight Wilder in the third fight. More than likely, I think that's going to be the likely outcome. I'm saying that for the next fight. I'm not saying that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury won't never fight each other. I believe they will, right? But it's not going to happen right now. And based on what Fury is saying, Fury is saying, Arum is saying, and Frank Warren is saying, that's what it looks like. And but anyways, I got some bomb stuff, man. I got some bomb stuff right here today, man. Eddie Hearn said some real good stuff too. Again, I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn is Jesus and he everything he says right and yada 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 yada. But I don't care what side of the fence you're on. We're realizing now that Eddie Hearn seems like he's the only one that's trying to make this fight happen. He has no help. Last time I checked, this is supposed to be a co-promotion fight. There's two parties, but from what we're seeing, there's one party that's trying to make the fight happen, and then the party that represents Tyson Fury is very pessimistic, and they're not doing anything. So I've never seen a fight that Bob Arum was involved in the past, like with Don King and stuff. When they have a fight together where one fighter is signed to another fighter, different promotional company, they do a joint promotion. This is the only fight that I can remember, and Mr. Shelton Moore, maybe you can help me on this. But from what I can remember, this is the only fight that I've ever seen that of this magnitude that one promoter is working to make a fight happen for both sides. You see what I'm saying? It's like one side, you have one team of promoters, Bob Arum and Frank Warren, they not doing nothing. And the only thing they're doing is giving interviews saying this ain't gonna happen. I doubt it. Eddie Hearn is bad. He's the devil. He's evil. He's this. He's that. He's lying. All this stuff there, right? And if you felt that way, why even entertain this from the beginning, right? So
because it's ego, coach. It's ego.
Right.
It's ego. If Bob can't be the man, he don't want to play second fiddle to nobody.
So
Bob wants to be the person that put it together. Bob wants his name ringing. Bob wants to be the main reason that this fight happens. And with his age, number one, and with COVID restrictions, number two, Bob can't fly around the world trying to get investors.
Right.
Eddie has to do that. Right. And Bob is feeling some kind of way about that. How you doing, first of all, Coach? How's the new house?
No, I ain't with that yet. We're in the process.
Oh, okay.
We're in the process.
Yeah, and I got to put this out there. I'm still fucking mad at y'all. You fucked up my playoff chances last year, and I'm pissed about that. But that's neither here nor there. That bullshit win y'all got in Vegas, that's neither here nor there.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. No, man, that was Andy Reid coming with the same game. He didn't make no adjustments. Hey, he didn't make no adjustments. He's still trying to, and it's like, listen, that's what that was. But yeah,
all this motherfucker had to do was knock the ball down. Just knock it down. I'll go for the pick. Just knock the motherfucking ball down. But anyway.
Bob
wants to be the man. Bob can't be the man because Eddie's doing all the work. Eddie's getting all the shine. And Bob don't like that. You got to remember, Bob Arum has given all the big fights we've seen from the late 70s to the 2000s to even Pacquiao Mayweather. Bob been involved. Bob got an ego. People forget that. Bob has an ego too.
No. The Manny Pacquiao, on the Pacquiao Mayweather, the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight happened when Pacquiao was still with Top Rank? Yeah, he was still with Top Rank. He was still with Top Rank, right? Yeah. Yeah,
Bob been involved.
Yeah, okay,
any major fight that we got, Bob been involved, and Bob got an ego, and people forget that.
Okay, this is what I want to talk about, though. I want you guys to listen. Now, Peter Von Arx, I'm glad you brought that up, brother. You're right. Hearn did insist that he's going to get the deal done with the Saudis. That's not the issue. Who he says is the same group that worked with Andy Ruiz and Joshua in the first match of December. Yeah, I get all of that, Peter Von Arx. That's not the issue, though. We know Eddie is working. The issue is it's not even Tyson Fury. It's Tyson Fury's team. Peter, I want you to look at something. How many hands is in the pot on Tyson Fury's team? And how many hands is in the pot on Anthony Joshua's team? I'm going to prove a valid point to you, right? This is not the fighters. I'm thinking, because again, I don't think Tyson Fury is afraid of nobody, and I don't think Anthony Joshua's afraid of nobody. So I'm not going to say that. You don't get on that level and just be afraid. So I'm not going to say that. You know what I mean? But we got to look at it's one common denominator here: Bob Arum. And I'm going to break it down for you guys. All right, now, Bob Arum did an interview. I can pull it up on my screen, right? Bob Arum did an interview, and I'm going to pull it up so you guys can see it just in case you didn't see it. Bob Arum did an interview. There was a picture taken with him and Tyson Fury on a private jet. And on this private jet, Bob Arum did an interview with, matter of fact, I have it written down here. Who did he do an interview with? I'm going to tell you, he did an interview with, I'll find out who he did an interview with that because I have it right here on my phone. So I'm going to pull it up for you guys and look at my history. I'm putting it up on the phone. So he did an interview, right, with somebody. I forgot the brother's name, but I'm going to let you guys know right to the now. And what he said was that him and Tyson Fury was on their way heading to mediation. They're going to the arbitrator's house or something like that. And basically, he's saying that the possible meeting, and this was on a Tuesday, guys. He said that the possible meeting in this interview that he's going to have with the arbitrator, the question was asked, so what's going to happen with that? Could you possibly work something out where it can turn into a negotiation instead of a mediation or arbitration or whatever? And the guy said, yeah. Bob Arum said yes, that this meeting with the arbitrator can possibly turn into a negotiation with Wilder. Now, remember, Bob Arum did say 6 months ago that Wilder lost he doesn't have a leg to stand on, and the contract expired and all of that stuff there. Okay, now this is direct contradiction of what Bob Arum saying now. If the contract expired, which we already don't pretty much know that the contract is not expired, why would you have to fly to in California to talk to a mediator and see if there's a possibility that maybe that this mediation can turn into a negotiation for the Wilder fight? Wilder is all of a sudden training again after being in hiding, or just not in hiding, but just MIA for all of these months. And now, I don't believe in coincidences, but everybody from Tyson Fury's side is saying that the deal is not going to happen with Eddie Hearn. It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So they have been consistent at saying that, and then now all three sides, I mean, that side is saying that they're going to move on to Wilder and Eddie Hearn. And remember, the Tyson Fury side is coming with all of these deadlines. Oh, if you don't make it happen by Tuesday, we're walking away. And if you don't make it happen by Sunday, we're walking away. If you don't make it happen by Thursday, we're walking away. They don't give what, 1 million deadlines. You see what I'm saying already? Saying they're gonna walk away. They have been consistent with that, right? Eddie Hearn is trying to do what he can do, but I just never seen a fight of this magnitude. I mean, it's not like this is the biggest fight that ever happened. This fight ain't even on that level like that. Now, it's probably gonna be the biggest fight from a UK standpoint, but what I mean by the biggest fight from that's ever happened in the history of boxing, hell no. And those fights in the past was able to be made at ease. But let me address some things. Is that Fury himself have met with the arbitrator on Tuesday, right? And possibly the arbitration can turn into a mediation. The arbitration or the mediation can turn into a negotiation with Wilder. Now, why would you talk about going into a negotiation with Wilder if that's a possibility, right? If Wilder didn't have a leg to stand on.
Because he lied.
I think that Bob Arum lied about that.
Because he lied.
Bob Arum does. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because he lied. See, here's the thing, Coach. You can look at it this way. This is the way I see it. You had a contract for the third fight with Wilder. That was signed, sealed, and delivered. Correct?
Correct.
Now, COVID happened. Number one. Number two, Wilder had to have surgery.
Right.
So COVID plus the surgery probably made the end of the contract date null and void, because you got to give a man time to rehab from the surgery. So that killed the fact that the contract expired. The expiration date was null and void. That's the whole reason why they went to mediation. Now, I was hopeful, just like everybody else was, that Bob was telling the truth and Wilder didn't have no leg to stand on, and this shit was just a formality. But when Frank Warren came out yesterday and said, we can't do anything until this arbitration is done with.
Right.
That's all I need to hear. Because Frank Warren don't usually say much.
Right. Frank Warren don't say much. So if Frank Warren is saying that we can't do anything until this arbitration is done, then my question, guys, is this. Why even pull the fans? I don't care if you're pro Tyson Fury fan or pro Anthony Joshua fan, or you just love the sport of boxing and you don't give a damn you don't give a damn about neither side. You just want to see the fight. Wherever you fall at. If what Frank Warren is saying, guys, is true, right? Like, why even entertain this whole thing about both, you're going to fight Anthony Joshua? That's one. Two, I hear what you're saying, guys. While Fury could be playing head games. Listen, I'm not talking about Tyson Fury. Fury may be playing head games. He may be the master of head games. Well, he can't be too much of a master because everybody knows pretty much anything Fury says out of his mouth is a lie. So people know he's lying. Every time he opens his mouth, he's pretty much lying, right? So the head games don't work. But Bob Arum is saying the same thing, right? So it's Bob Arum don't play head games. Bob Arum is a liar, right? All promoters lie, Eddie Hearns, whoever, it doesn't matter, Don King, whoever, right? Of them lie, and Don King, and I got some stuff I'm finna fixing to address, and I want to see what you guys think about this. You see what I'm saying? But we've been hearing I can't, it won't, I can't, it won't, from one side. And from the other side, you're hearing, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. I found the investors. Here goes the paperwork that I was telling you about. And Tyson Fury saw it and talked about it and did a video on it. So one side is saying it can, it won't happen. And another side is saying it can, it will happen. Right? Well, Frank Warren let the cat out the bag and did say that they have this arbitration going on. And we do know that Tyson Fury and Bob Arum did get on the jet and fly to California from Vegas in order to talk to the arbitrator, and they're saying that if they can't work nothing out, the question that was asked to Bob Arum, is it a possibility that the mediation could turn into a negotiation with Wilder? And he said possibly that could be the case. Right. So that's what we know. So if possibly that could be the case, then from what I'm seeing, from my viewpoint, guys, I'm saying, okay, this fight probably will happen. This fight probably will happen, but it's not going to happen now. You see what I'm saying? Because it can't happen now for the simple fact that Tyson Fury has a serious situation with Wilder. Right? Now I'm going to bring something else up, guys. When it comes to Bob Arum, lately, who was Fury going to fight first? Wilder or Joshua? Take your pick. I would say, Peter, that Fury is going to fight Wilder first. He has to fight Wilder. There's no getting around that. Because now everybody on their side is speaking more and more about Deontay Wilder. Do you notice? Do you notice this, guys? Do you notice this? This fight is being negotiated. I got some stuff I'm fixing to address on my pad. This fight has been negotiated between Tyson Fury's camp and Anthony Joshua's camp. Tyson Fury's camp bringing up Wilder. Wilder is not bringing up Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua is not bringing up Wilder. But Tyson Fury's camp keep talking about Deontay Wilder. Why is Tyson Fury camp still talking about Deontay Wilder? Wilder has not said one word about Tyson Fury. He's been in hiatus, and he's been doing what he's been doing, living his life. He hasn't said one thing about Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury is focusing on Anthony Joshua, why every time we turn around, Bob Arum is talking about Wilder, Frank Warren is talking about Wilder, and Tyson Fury is talking about Wilder? Why they keep talking about Wilder while trying to negotiate a fight with Anthony Joshua? This is the question that all you pro Tyson Fury need to ask yourself. There's one side keep talking about Wilder. You don't even hear Wilder talking about Wilder. Deontay Wilder is not even talking about Wilder. You see what I'm saying? Of course, the Alphabet Boys, they're talking about Wilder, but Anthony Joshua hasn't said one thing about Wilder. Eddie Hearns is not even talking about Wilder. But Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, and Frank Warren, they are talking about Deontay Wilder. And what I don't understand is this. Why are you trying to make so you say the biggest fight that can be made in the sport of boxing right now with Anthony Joshua, but you're bringing up another fight. That's like Anthony Joshua trying to fight Tyson Fury right now, but he keep talking about Andrew Ruiz, or he keep talking about Vladimir Klitschko. You see what I'm saying? Oh, that's like Mike Tyson is fixing to fight Lennox Lewis, but he keep talking about, well, if this fight don't go down, I may go back to Evander Holyfield. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, well, there's smoke, there's fire. If I'm a betting man right now, based on what we're finding out from Team Fury's camp, Fury's going to fight Wilder next. He's going to fight Wilder next, and if he do, then that means that Tyson Fury was pump faking. His team was pump faking the whole time. They're going to fight Wilder next. You see what I'm saying? Now let me ask you this, Coach. Let me ask you this right quick. Do you think it's wise? Do you think it's wise for Wilder to come off of a 15, 16-month layoff, whatever it'll be by the time they fight, and go straight back into a fight with Fury? I don't think that's very smart. Why is that? The last time he was in the ring with Tyson Fury, you got your ass whooped. And that shit wasn't even close. You don't think he needs a tune-up before he get back in the ring with Fury? I would say that well, since Fury hasn't fought since the last time he's fought, and I think that I'm not gonna lie to you, Shelton. I went back and looked at that fight like 2 weeks ago. Deontay Wilder didn't look the same that fight. Now, I'm not saying that his water bottle was drugged, glove gate. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying there was clearly something wrong with him. And I'm gonna tell you, when Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz, he looked kind of iffy to me. Now, the only difference is Anthony Joshua didn't make any excuses. He didn't say, "Man, I lost because something was in the water. It was the glove." Anthony Joshua said, "I just lost." He didn't make no excuses. The only difference is Wilder made a whole bunch of excuses. Go ahead. Hey, Coach. To me, now what you saying is true, but you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a goddamn personal problem. That sounds like a personal problem.
That ain't Fury's fault that your ass wasn't right. That's not motherfucking Andy Ruiz's fault that your ass wasn't right. That's a personal problem.
No,
I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, you're right about that. No, I'm not.
If you ain't right, don't fight. But don't come in here whining and talking, I wasn't right. Who gives a fuck? Nigga, you got in the ring? If you got in the ring, you was ready to fight. So, fuck all that bullshit.
No,
That's a personal problem to me.
hey, Sean, listen. No, I'm not making any excuses for him. He got his ass whooped. We know this. But all I'm saying is, I'm just saying that he didn't have his legs up under. I don't know why he didn't have his legs. I don't know if he was.
And as boxing fans, we shouldn't care. We shouldn't give a fuck. You got your ass whooped.
Right, he got his
Get
ass
over it.
He got
Come
his
back.
ass. I'm not making any excuses for Wilder. But to answer your question, I say this. I think if Wilder is ready mentally and physically, yeah, he should run it back with Deontay with Tyson Fury, because maybe he can make the adjustments. Maybe he can see where he messed up at, and he can go right back in there and fight him, because Tyson Fury has not been active as well. Tyson Fury hasn't fought anybody in 15 months.
Facts.
So if there's anybody he can still get in the ring with, that's going to make where he's going to make the kind of money he wants to make, it should be Tyson Fury, because let's say he fight a bum. Ain't nobody gonna pay to see it. Fox ain't gonna put no money up for that. They gonna be like, nah, man, hell no. We not finna go in the ring. And then you gonna talk about it's a pay-per-view match. Ain't nobody gonna pay to want to see you fight Spilker again in a rematch. So you kind of like talking like that fight that's happening Saturday that ain't nobody paying for. Yeah, Andrew Ruiz and Chris Arreola. Ain't nobody paying for that. Ain't nobody paying for that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is I think that and I was of the impression that in the past, and I've said this in the video, that Wilder shouldn't fight Fury again because he'll get destroyed, right? He should have some tune-ups before he fight Fury, right? I did say that in the past, but now that I'm thinking about it, what I didn't realize is that Fury hasn't fought since he fought Wilder, and Wilder has not fought since he fought Fury. You see what I'm saying?
That is a fact. So that is a fact.
Both of them have been inactive. And Fury is the one that's crying, talking about, I'm inactive. I have to fight somebody soon, or I'm walking away from this deal. So, and again, just like what you said, hey, look, we don't want to hear all that damn crying, Fury, about you being inactive. That sounds like a personal problem. Hey, Leroy. That sounds like a personal problem. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. That's your business. We don't give a fuck if you didn't fight. That's your fault you didn't fight. You could have fought. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, man. I don't think that we have a chance. I don't think that ignorant boxing. I don't want to see Wilder Fury fight again. It's a waste of time. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I don't think that fight is a waste of time. It might be a waste of time from the AJ fight. But anyways, let me get to my point. So let's look at Bob Arum. The common denominator in this whole thing, guys, is Bob Arum. Bob Arum has a history of making big fights, but in recent history, he has a track record of big fights not happening. And fighters Facts again.
Fighters had to leave his company in order to make fights happen. I'm finna give you proof. And this is what I think the biggest issue is. And now old man Bob Arum and Warren is trying to pivot and throw everything with Eddie Hearn. I'm not saying Eddie Hearn is the angel and all this stuff there. But we all must agree, whether you're a Tyson Fury fan or a Joshua fan, or you're just a fan of the sport of boxing, we all must agree that we know that there's only one man trying to make this fight happen for the benefit of two parties. What I don't understand for the life of me is, if I am a promoter for a fighter, why am I not trying to make a mega fight happen for my fighter? Why am I leaving it up to another promotional company to make a fight happen? So in essence, Eddie Hearn is working for Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, pretty much, because he's trying to make this fight happen. And guess what? Frank Warren and Bob Arum has been promoting in boxing before Eddie Hearn was even born. So if anyone who should have connections and contacts and be able to make stuff happen at the snap of a finger, it should be the old promoters that's in boxing right now. They put it on the young kid, Eddie Hearn, who is younger than me, to make it happen. And I don't understand.
You know what it is, Coach? You know what it is? And I'm going to keep it as PG as I can, Coach. It's a measuring contest. That's what it is. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me, Coach? You hear me?
So this guy right here,
Yeah, it's a measuring contest. They're trying to see who got the biggest one. That's what they're doing. That's all it is.
All right, so the clapping. Let me address you, sir, with your Vegeta avatar. This fool here says the clapping, and I call you a fool. That's what I said. You's a dumbass fool. Eddie Hearn has a history of lowballing fighters too. Canelo just mentioned that in his interview. Seems like you like Joshua. You'll just believe everything Eddie says. You a dumbass fool for saying some dumbass shit like that. Did you not just hear what I just said, fool?
Get him, Coach. Get him.
Did you not just hear what I just said? You see what I'm saying? The clapping. I'm addressing you directly. Let me repeat this again because I think you slow as hell and retarded. What I just said was this. I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn is an angel in this entire thing. Did you not miss that, sir? Apparently you did, you ignorant fool. What I said was that Bob Arum has a history, a track record of big fights happen, but as of recent history, he has a track record of big fights not happening. If you take the time just to listen to what I have to say and shut the fuck up, you would not have said that dumbass comment that you said. I'm roasting your ass right now. And you can get the hell off this chat before you get blocked. Now,
Coach,
I'm not playing with you
like
today.
that?
I'm not playing with no.
Like that?
I'm not playing with no Tyson Fury fanboys today. I'm not playing with you today. And if you subscribe to the channel, the company, unsubscribe. I don't need your ass over here. Adios. Now, that's how it is today. Now, I say all that to say this, Mr. Shelton. Bob Arum has a track record of recently big fights not happening. And I have it written down. I was just doing some research. The Manny Pacquiao and Floyd fight did happen under Bob Arum. Right? But we know tried to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather couldn't sell worth for nothing in the beginning. He wanted to be this big pay-per-view star. Bob Arum was holding him back. He was lowballing Floyd Mayweather with money and all of this stuff, right? That's what he was doing. And Floyd Mayweather had to leave Top Rank in order to get the big money fights. And when he left Top Rank, he got the big money fight with Oscar De La Hoya, and the rest is history. The rest is history. After that, he was Money May. He was Money Mayweather. And we know he has all kind of pay-per-view records. Now, let's see. That's Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, right? Manny Pacquiao ended up doing what? Leaving Top Rank. Oscar De La Hoya ended up what? Leaving Top Rank and forming his own company. Terrence Crawford. The biggest fight that can be made with Terrence Crawford is Errol Spence. That fight can't happen because of who? Bob Arum. Terrence Crawford can't get big fights right now because his promoter, Bob Arum, don't want to pay the fighters, put the money up to make fights. This is facts. Not only that, Bob Arum talks trash about his fighters. He said that he lost a lot of money with Terrence Crawford, and he don't give a F about Terrence Crawford, and he can build a mansion off all the money he lost in Beverly Hills. All the money he lost with Terrence Crawford. Not only that, but he talked trash about Floyd Mayweather. He doesn't say anything about Vasily Lomachenko. Now he's shitting on Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez had to take his fight to a purse bid in order to get money. So you see a track record there is what I'm saying. Big fights can't be made with this guy. Now, the fight did happen with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez because they are on the same promotional company. So Bob Arum does believe in promoting in-house fights with his own promotional company. The PBC does the same thing though. The PBC, Errol Spence only pretty much fight PBC fighters. His track record shows that. If you look at his resume, his record, most of the fights he's had has been all PBC fighters. So every promotional company pretty much does it, guys. They have their own fighters fight in-house. Don King was famous of doing that. You see what I'm saying? Don King is famous of doing that, right? So now, there's another common denominator in this too. When it comes to Anthony Joshua, right? Major Key Boxing, what's going on, fam? Hey, listen, when it comes to Anthony Joshua has some of the baddest luck I've ever seen when it comes to making the big mega fights outside of Vladimir Klitschko. When Anthony Joshua tried to make the fight with Deontay Wilder, irregardless of which side you want to believe, If you say Anthony Joshua was ducking, if you say that Deontay Wilder was ducking, that's neither here nor there. I'm not even talking about that. Whoever you with, whatever side you want to jump on, go here. Put you on mute, man. You're making noise. Listen. Whatever side you want to jump on, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when Anthony Joshua tried to make the fight with Wilder, nothing happened. It was all kind of drama. Eddie Hearn was a slave owner. He's pimping Anthony Joshua. Now Anthony Joshua trying to make this fight happen with Tyson Fury, and now it's a whole kind of mess going on. Anthony Joshua is ducking. He don't want to fight. Eddie Hearn is a liar. Tyson Fury is the greatest truth teller of all time. Bob Arum is the angel. Frank Warren is the saint, and yada 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 yada. The common denominator is that when Anthony Joshua tries to make these big fights with these two guys, there's been an issue. He had the issue with Wilder, and now he's going through the same thing with Tyson Fury. As a matter of fact, Tyson Fury is kind of doing the same tactics that Deontay Wilder did when they hooked up together and said we're gonna freeze Anthony Joshua out. And Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury really liked each other. They had a love affair going on, and we gonna come together and make this mega fight happen. Now Tyson Fury is and now Deontay Wilder is having issues trying to get this third fight with Tyson Fury. Bob Arum is involved. So Bob Arum, it seems like, man, that the Manny Pacquiao, the Crawford fight can't happen with Spence. The Crawford fight can't happen with Manny Pacquiao, right? The Crawford fight can't happen with pretty much Sean Porter because Bob Arum don't want to put no money up for no goddamn body. And on top of that, he shit on his fighters. So what I'm trying to say is Bob Arum seems like he's the common denominator in all of this. Again, I don't believe that Anthony Joshua was afraid of Tyson Fury. And I don't believe that Tyson Fury is afraid of Anthony Joshua. But when you look at Tyson Fury's side, Eddie Hearn made a valid point. I was going to play this on his phone, this interview. He said that, man, on our side, it's clear, cut, and dry. Whether you want to believe Eddie Hearn or not is irrelevant. But he said it's clear, cut, and dry. He said, but what you have to realize on Tyson Fury's end, he has a whole lot of hands in the pot. Tyson Fury has ESPN that's going to have to get paid. Top Rank's going to have to get paid. Frank Warren is going to have to get paid. And then Tyson Fury will get his cut. So, and then of course, the taxes, IRS, whoever he has is going to have to pay whatever country the fight is at, the tax man. So when you look at Anthony Joshua, the only person that has to get paid is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn get his cut. Joshua don't have a manager to pay because he has his own management company. So I think that the Tyson Fury situation, and this is just the business aspect of it. I'm not saying that has anything to do with Tyson Fury, but I'm saying from a business standpoint, Tyson Fury has a lot of hands in the pot. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people got to get paid. So it could be very well that the Tyson Fury's camp, not Tyson Fury himself, but the Tyson Fury camp could be making it very, very difficult. They're coming with all these deadlines. Eddie Hearn, if you don't get this done by such and such, we're going to walk and go fight Wilder. Well, they may have to go fight Wilder anyways. You see what I'm saying? So that's my whole point as it relates to Bob Arum. Bob Arum has an issue with everybody. You see what I'm saying? He talks down to all of his fighters.
Hey, Coach, you don't think they knew about this Wilder mess anyway in the beginning?
Yeah, they did. That's what I talked about yesterday. They knew about this in the beginning. And so I remember when I had Rhino on yesterday. The guy Rhino on he was representing for Tyson Fury. And that's what I told him. I say, man, he said, well, why would Eddie Hearn go all over the world to try to make this fight happen? And if he knew that this arbitration was going to stop the fight. He said it doesn't make sense. I said, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I hear what you're saying, but the reason why it wouldn't make sense if you are assuming that Eddie Hearn knew that Tyson Fury was free and clear to fight someone. But what if Eddie Hearn was lied to? Eddie Hearn does not represent Tyson Fury. He doesn't know anything that's going on as it relates to Tyson Fury's business with his lawyers and his legal team because he's not Tyson Fury's manager. He's not on the inside like Bob Arum, Frank Warren, and Tyson Fury is. You see what I'm saying? So if Eddie Hearn is doing all of this work based on what he was told from Team Tyson Fury, and it comes to find out that damn man, this arbitration is really stopping this fight, then that's not Eddie Hearn's fault. That's Team Tyson Fury fault for lying to Eddie Hearn. And if you knew, and I'm not saying this is the case, but when it's smoke, there's fire. You see what I'm saying? And if you knew that you had an issue going over here, you should have been transparent and say, hey, listen, Eddie Hearn, man, we would love to get to negotiations and fight with Anthony Joshua, but we do have to fight Deontay Wilder for a third time. Tyson Fury said that he wasn't going to fight him anymore because Deontay Wilder disrespected the Gypsy people, but it's not that simple. He's going to have to get in there and fight. Anyways, we can't move forward. You see what I'm saying? We can't move forward. So other than that, that's it. And that's all they had to say. That's my only issue. I think it's this Bob Arum, basically what I'm saying. Bob Arum has an issue with everybody. He has an issue with Teofimo Lopez, Floyd Mayweather, Terence Crawford, and Oscar De La Hoya. He has an issue with Al Heyman. Remember, he said F Al Heyman. Al Heyman doesn't exist. He has an issue with Dana White. He has an issue with Eddie Hearn, and he has an issue with a lot of other fighters. Bob Arum just has an issue with everybody. And I'm just reading off a track record. He talked bad about Al Heyman, talked bad about Dana White, Eddie Hearn, and pretty much a lot of his fighters that is signed to him. So this is what he has an issue with. So how can you negotiate with a person that's 90 years old that's irrational like that? You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying it can't be all Eddie Hearn. Even if you don't like Eddie Hearn, put your feelings aside. Let's say I agree with you guys. Eddie Hearn is trash. He's a piece of this. He's a piece of that. But if Eddie Hearn is trash, Frank Warren has to be trash too. Fish eyes. Bob Arum has to be trash too. You see what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, Bob Arum has beef with everybody. He don't like nobody. And big fights have not been getting made recently under Bob Arum. Now, the only big fight that did get made under Bob Arum recently was the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. And the only reason why that happened, you guys know, Shelly Finkel picked that fight because he just knew that Wilder was going to knock out Tyson Fury, which he did. He knocked him out in the first fight. Tyson Fury said it himself. He was knocked out for like 3 seconds, and he snapped out of it, and he rose from the grave, right? So they thought that they was going to be able to win that fight, and that would help Wilder build his resume, and then he can go back and fight Anthony, or go back into negotiations with Anthony Joshua, and that'll make his leverage better for negotiations with Anthony Joshua, right? Which was a good plan. The only problem was the fight ended in a draw, and it was controversial. Some people said that Deontay Wilder won. The referee should have waited the fight off, which if he would have waited the fight off, I don't think nobody would have complained about that. And then people say that Tyson Fury won because once he got up, he still beat Deontay Wilder off of points. Me, I am of the mindset that Fury still won on points. But that's neither here nor there. What my mindset is, the fact of the matter is the fight was declared a draw. Right, so that's facts. Now, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because I don't know how this panel works, and I've been like waiting to talk for like a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because basically just to say the Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko was also on that card. However, I agree with everything else that you said, though. Bob Arum has been kind of destroying the game. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the major fights, right. I have to agree with that. I think Eddie Hearn has been trying to put in work. There was another point that I wanted to make, but man, if you keep cooking, I'll jump back in on a bit. But I just jump in like whenever I get a chance, or how does that work here? No.
Just if you have something to say, just go ahead. I'm gonna just wrap up what I have to say. Then I'm gonna let you and Mr. Shelton more talk, and I'm gonna listen because if there's anything you can educate me on, just talk to me. But I'm very open.
No doubt. Yeah. I just didn't want to interrupt because I was like, all right, when do I jump in? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of points to remember now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let you in right now. But what I was saying was, you know, with the Teofimo Lopez, I never seen a promoter just talk bad about his own fighters. So Bob Arum is the common denominator here, guys, to where he just have a problem with everybody, other promoters, his own fighters. So, you know, I can't. If you don't like Eddie Hearn, if Eddie Hearn is a liar, clearly you have to see that Bob Arum is 20 times worse than Eddie Hearn. You see what I'm saying? He's 90 years old. He's been in the business since Jesus was born, and he the way he talks with so much disrespect, and he has like he has a split personality. 1 minute you talk, he's nice and calm, and the next minute he's going off on his fighter and other people. So I think when you get that old, you just don't give a damn no more. You know, his life, he's on his last leg. So I think that's what's going on. But I'm gonna wrap up what I'm saying. Bob Arum, to me, is the issue. And this is probably why that now we're hearing from Fury, which he's been saying this for a while, Warren and Bob Arum that, hey, you know, they bringing Wilder up again. If you're trying to make a fight with Anthony Joshua, why are you bringing up another fighter? How is this other fighter that you're bringing up is relevant to the fight that you're currently trying to make right now? Major Key, go ahead and answer that for me, bro, if you can. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, what I think about it is basically, look, it's supposed to be a co-promotion, and Bob Arum's not doing his part. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing his part, and like you said, he's out the door, and I think he's just being spiteful right now. He's just at a point where he's old and grumpy. He's being spiteful. Look at what he tried to do to Teofimo with we're trying to do the Pacquiao-Crawford thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, granted, yeah, in a business it's a chess move, but it's a spiteful chess move, bro. It's like you just told the guy, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, basically, I'm not gonna pay for this fight, and this is mandatory. And then he takes the fight with a first bid and gets paid way more than what you were offering, and then you're mad at him and you want to try to like cut down his funds. You should be happy. You should be happy. You should be saying, you know what? Hey, great job. You know what? This deserves an extension. Next fight, I'll go ahead and put up a little bit more money for you. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it. You know, since you earned this much. I would be trying to hype him up. I'll be in his ear all day long. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Bob Arum doesn't care. He doesn't care. Look at Eddie Hearn putting in all the work right now. He's doing all the legwork right now. And a lot of people ask, you know what I'm saying? You know, why is Bob Arum, why does he need Eddie Hearn? Well, number one, to get this AJ fight, which is under Matchroom, right? And Eddie Hearn is the one with the international connections. And a lot of people were surprised with the Saudi Arabia. I said this shit like 8-10 months ago. It's not surprising because don't forget that the zone was backed up by the Saudi Arabian prince. That's why they built the stadium in like a week just to make the last fight happen out there. You know what I'm saying? They're being backed up. They're being backed up by the Saudi Arabian prince, bro. I remember telling Rapstar this shit on his channel, and Rapstar was like, Major Key, don't fucking pull my leg. And I'm like, Rapstar, I love you, brother, but it's going to happen in Saudi Arabia. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to get their money back. That's what it is. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? The second one will, if it's a 2-fight deal, the second one will most likely be in England, but the first one has to bring the money back to Saudi Arabia. That's where the prince is from. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is, man.
Well, Eddie Hearn just did an interview not too long ago saying that it's a 1-fight deal now. It went from a 2-fight deal to a 1-fight deal. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, because of all of the bullshit with Bob Arum. You know, people with money want results. Now, we can all agree on that. Am I right?
Absolutely.
What do you say?
If I'm putting my money behind something, I want you to make it happen. And if there's anything in the way of making it happen, I'm upset. Now, I agree with you, Coach. Eddie Hearn could only go off of what Arum, Fury, John Fury, all them other motherfuckers over there was telling him. Yeah, because he's not on the inside. That's not his fighter. So he's not privy to that information. He can only go off of their word. So he's running around thinking that this fight is free and clear, when clearly they knew that the arbitrator hadn't ruled yet. And that's what the LDBC guys have been saying. And that's why I talked to a couple of them guys yesterday, and I apologize for crashing on them because they was right and I was wrong. It looks like the Wilder fight is going to happen. So Bob is allowing personalities to get in the way of business. I think, this is just my opinion, I don't know, because I don't know Bob.
Right.
But I think Bob Arum is the kind of person that if he likes you, a la Lomachenko. And if he don't like you, he gonna try to fuck over you, a la Terrence Crawford. It's a personality thing with Bob. He's 90 years old. He doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. Like he said a month ago on Fred's Barbershop Conversations, fuck the fans.
Right. Yeah, he did say that.
I'm running this.
Yeah, he did say that. And see,
fuck the fans.
So and listen, and guys, what I'm my point in Major Key, this is what I'm saying. When you're dealing with a promoter who represents a fighter, and he's saying F the fans, he's saying F his own fighters, I'm losing money on this fighter, this fighter, I can build a mansion in Beverly Hills on the money that I lost with this fighter, the hell with him. And he's just shitting on Teofimo Lopez and all his major fighters that he has, and all his major fighters are leaving him or have left him in the past. What I want to ask you, Major Key, is this: how can you Forget. Okay, let's say I hate Eddie Hearn. I can't stand his guts, right? To help the pro Tyson Fury fans. I'm just saying that I don't feel that way, but I'm just saying that. How can you not acknowledge Bob Arum role in this whole thing? Like, how can you just put everything on Eddie Hearn? It's a co-promotion fight, but there's only one guy making this happen. Eddie Hearn, I'm 47. Eddie Hearn is 43 years old, 43, 44, somewhere up in there, right? How in the hell he has international connections more than Bob Arum and Frank Warren? Those guys have been managing, they've been promoting Major Key. They've been promoting before Eddie Hearn was born. So they don't have any connections. They're not doing anything to make the fight happen. But they got this 43-year-old kid named Eddie Hearn. He's a kid in comparison to them. We're gonna see if he can make this fight happen. And they're just sitting back on their old ass hands, being negative, saying it's not going to happen. They have been consistent at saying this fight is not going to happen. That's one thing they have been consistent at saying. And I'm like, I don't think it's Tyson Fury. Fury got a contract. I mean, to me, it's his team, it's his side, meaning his promoters, and then Bob. I think it's Bob Arum, and maybe even Frank Warren as well. But I definitely believe it's Bob Arum, Major Key. What do you think?
Yeah, no, like I said before, man, I completely agree with that. I agree with the fact that Bob Arum. Look, we're at the age right now, the dawn of an age of social media where promotion is happening in a different way. Bob Arum has not, he hasn't gone with the innovation of promoting, right? He thinks it's just the casual things that he's been doing, and he's not even doing that well right now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a sad thing. He's outdated, man. He's outdated. There's a timestamp on Bob Arum, and he hasn't seen it yet, but he's about to expire. You know what I'm saying? And the people like Eddie Hearn and PBC, but PBC needs to watch out. We're giving us a bunch of and I apologize for cursing, but a bunch of pay-per-views that are not worthy of us paying out of pocket too. So they need to watch that too, because otherwise that's gonna be a whole different subject that we're talking about in a few months. But as far as the Zone and Eddie Hearn, they're sticking to their guns. They're doubling down on the application, and they're trying to do it the right way. And yes, they might have overcommitted with certain people getting guaranteed purses or whatever. Like we see with the Andrade and Golovkin fight and stuff like that. However, when it comes down to it, Eddie Hearn is trying to make things work. That's why he's trying to do it internationally, because he's trying to get other people to pay for it. You see what I'm saying?
I just subscribed to your channel.
Thanyou, sir. I thought you already did, bro. I'm gonna unsubscribe for you, and I'm gonna make you wait a couple months until I subscribe back to you, man. I thought you already subscribed to me.
No. All jokes aside, I thought I did, but I'm serious.
Something more to tell you, man. I manage my crowd. I have a panel like 10 people. We all chop it up. I keep everybody respectful. Anybody out of line, you out of my channel. That's it. You know what I mean? You can sit back and listen. But if you're talking boxing, bro, anybody's welcome onto my panel. I usually do it Mondays, Major Key Mondays at 9:30 p.m.
All right, and listen, Major Key Mondays at 9:30 p.m. What is that? EST, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I live in Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
Oh, you live in? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I went to the fight. That's why I went to the fights last weekend. Hey, listen, man. Listen, I moved down to Miami when I was 16, so I lived in Gould, I lived in Paran, I lived in Homestead.
You lived
I used to hang out in Naranja. I was out there. I know Miami. South Miami though.
Hey, Shell, you know what I just told you about what I'm doing, so I'll be back up that way.
Yeah. You just told me what you're doing. Hey, Major Key, you might have to go on and slide down to Atlanta on the 26th. I'll be down there watching Tank get his ass whooped.
Oh, that's what's up.
So what I'm saying is, I'm just trying to clarify and clear some things up. I'm not banging on Fury. I don't did enough of that. I don't bang on Wilder. I don't did enough of that. Fact of the matter is, I have a great deal of respect for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, especially Deontay Wilder, not because he's black, but because he really didn't have any boxing skills, and he started boxing just to take care of his daughter. You see what I'm saying? Out of all the things he could have done, and there was no guarantee he was going to be successful in the sport of boxing. When he started out, he had no idea he was going to knock out 40 guys. I'm not going to call them bums. I'm not going to call them bums.
C and D level fighters, coach. C and D level fighters.
But I will say, most of them was Uber drivers, taxi cab drivers. But that's neither here nor there. he did that. So no one knew that he was gonna be where he's at now. It's I don't believe in coincidences. We see Wilder training now. Like, why is Wilder training, and who is he training for after being out of the public eye for all of this time? So, and then now Fury's side is saying we may have to revisit Wilder and all this stuff there. And Frank Warren said that, hey, we do know that we do have an ongoing litigation. I mean, arbitration going on with Wilder. So everybody keep talking about Wilder on Team Fury side. And so, we don't know what the truth is, but what we do know is there is an ongoing arbitration. That's the truth. I'm gonna
say that. Look, we don't know. That's the whole key right there. That's the key right there. We don't know, and it could be one or the other. It's going to be one or the other. We just don't know yet. So the same way we were convinced a couple weeks ago that it was going to be AJ, right. Now it might be Wilder. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know. We were convinced a couple weeks ago that it was going to be AJ, right?
Yeah. I was definitely. Man, like, but
I'm looking like a fool too, because I was like, why would this dude be out there, promoting like that? It's gonna happen. They said they signed a 2-fight deal. It's gonna happen. I was on many channels, you know what I'm saying, throwing myself under the bus like that. And now I don't know if I'm gonna have to eat crow because I have no idea if it's gonna happen or not. I hope it happens. Now I won't look stupid. No. But
but Major Key, check this out though. You really won't look stupid. Cause I had apologized to the Alphabet Boy community yesterday, but I'm gonna tell you why. You said the fight was going to happen because Bob Arum said out of his own mouth that Deontay Wilder, the contract had expired. See, I have to put that in proper context. Thanks. You don't just pull that out of your ass. Bob Arum said that Deontay Wilder does not have a leg to stand on. He said because the contract expired in October. So if the contract expired, then he is right. Wilder doesn't have a leg to stand on. But now they are saying something totally different now.
Yeah.
So you got to take that into consideration too. You made a decision like I did. Your conclusion was made based on a lie that came from Bob Arum.
Yeah. AKA. But the sad part is I was talking to somebody, right? And as soon as I said it, right, I said, but the contract expired. He's like, you prefer to listen to a white man? And I was like, I didn't say that. I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? So I had my friend when it came to that shit, when people race bait, and anybody that watches my channel, man, my family's mixed up, bro. We don't race bait at all. But and I stopped that at the door. But when he said that I had to defend myself, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, so I'm listening to some random fool on YouTube, and I'm supposed to listen to you instead of this guy's promoter. You know what I'm saying? It's not about dick color, it's about he's his promoter and you are a random fool. But this random fool might have been right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, here's the thing, Major Key. Here's the thing, Major Key. What Bob Arum, he probably did believe the contract was expired because the date had passed. But he didn't take into account that they had arbitration written into the contract, whereas the arbitrator has to make a decision on if that contract's expired or not. Not you, Bob Arum. We got to take this shit to the arbitrator because that's what we signed and agreed to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Elwood Stevens for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that, fam. What do you say? Behind the gloves, latest interview from Eddie Hearn. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, again, I can't sit back and say that listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. When you are a fighter on that level, from the Joshuas, the Wilders, the Furies, no one is afraid of anybody. Now, do fighters get nervous? Yeah, you get nervous. Every fighter get nervous. You know what I mean? Every fighter get nervous before a fight, but no one is afraid of anybody. These guys have been fighting, a lot of them, all of their lives since they were 6-7 years old. No, and they fought each other on the amateur circuits. So no one is afraid of anybody. But the business aspect of it, when you're dealing with people like the Bob Arum, a Frank Warren, or hell, or even an Eddie Hearn, the water started to get murky. You see what I'm saying? The water started to get murky.
And we're talking about 30, 40, $50 million. That's a lot of money.
And then another thing you guys got to look at too. Tyson Fury has a lot of hands in the pot on his side. Now I do agree with Eddie Hearns on this. With this interview he gave, and I have it on the I have it on my phone, where he said that, listen, our side wants to fight. We're doing everything possible in our power to make this fight happen. But on Tyson Fury's side, I'm not so sure. That's basically what he was saying, because you got to understand, Tyson Fury has a lot of hands in it. He has like 5 hands in the pot. Before Tyson Fury can see a dime, Frank Warren got to get his cut. Bob Arum got to get his cut. ESPN got to get their cut. You see what I'm saying? He got a whole lot of people that he got to pay before he even see a dime of his money. So if I was on Tyson Fury's side of the fence, I would probably be making this very difficult fight to happen too, because I'm trying to ask for a boatload of money. Well, we need $500 million for Tyson Fury, or we need at least $100 million for Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Why? Because Tyson Fury got to pay me, Frank Warren, ESPN, his trainers, and whoever else he got to pay before he see a dime. So I want and listen, and shout out to my main man Bruce Vane. When he dropped that video and I looked at it and I was like, damn, you know what, man? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that, all the hands that Tyson Fury has in the pot that he's going to have to take care of. So I didn't even look at it that way. And shout out to my main man Halim Independent. Halim, what's going on, brother? Let's ring the Ali bell for Halim. Let me shut up and let you guys talk.
Right, I just want to corroborate what
TK Global.
Major Key said. It's a spot on what he said. And I'm going to say this. The hold-up is, in Saudi Arabia right now, they are fasting. You don't work while they're fasting. That's the hold-up.
Okay. So
what Major Key said
Ramadan.
is right about the Saudi.
Ramadan, right.
Yeah,
it's Ramadan in Saudi. That's what the hold-up is.
Right,
that's the main hold-up in Saudi. And Bob Arum. Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I just want to say about Bob Arum, because he helped Tyson Fury against Wilder 2 fights in Las Vegas. That's all it is. But I cannot see Wilder fighting Fury. It could be against Dillian White, because Eddie Hearn said he wants Wilder versus White for 10 million. I mean, come on, would you fight for 10 million or 85 million against AJ?
Yeah, man, 85
I'm asking that for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
I'm asking everyone at the panel, would you fight for 10 million or 85 million? That's about $130
Come on, man. You know the deal. Fuck that 10. 85 changes my life.
Hey, but Halim,
you fight for 85 million.
Right. But Halim, what I'm saying is, again, Tyson Fury. I don't believe Tyson Fury is afraid of Joshua, or Joshua's afraid of Tyson Fury. The common denominator for me is Bob Arum. The common denominator is Bob Arum. That's the common denominator for me. You know what I mean? Like, this guy, oh my God, like it's Bob Arum. And then again, we don't know.
The bottom line is, Eddie Hearn, it's between Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum. Frank Warren is third. He hasn't got a big role in this. That's the bottom line.
Okay.
So,
all right, Halim. But
happening.
Okay, so basically it's Ramadan. So do Bob Arum know that it's Ramadan in Saudi Arabia?
I don't know. He should do, because in the Middle East no one's working. No one's working in the Middle East right now.
Right.
In central business.
Right. So
he probably don't care though. He probably don't care because he's Jewish. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's Bob Arum. He's spiteful, man. He probably don't care because he's Jewish. You know, hey.
But Major Key and Halim. So my question is, and that's a valid point. That's a valid point at Ramadan. So my question is, if Bob Arum them knows this, they understand, hey, listen, man, and it's Ramadan right now, we at least have to wait the Ramadan over with. Why are they putting all this pressure on Eddie Hearn, setting deadlines? If you don't do this by this day, we're leaving. Why? Like, I don't understand that.
The last time I was on your show, and I gave you about the platform, what's happening in America right now.
Right.
Eddie Hearn joined the Zone. Okay?
I remember that.
So people are getting jealous. He might take over USA Boxing. That's clear cut. Because he's done 9-figure deal with the Zone.
Right.
And another thing is, I'm going to tell you this. Yeah. Another thing I'm going to tell you is right now is that he said 1 fight deal because he's fucking off Sky Sports. Don't forget that. Right. Sky Sports. Remember I told you last time, 2 fight deal.
2-fight deal, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Always have 2-fight deal, no matter what boxer. So if you have 2-fight deal, all the fight, you have to pay off Sky Sports. That's the problem with Eddie Hearn right now. It's Sky Sports.
And Eddie Hearn got the guy, so they don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You're right, Halim.
Exactly.
Eddie Hearn got the guy.
So, thank you. So if AJ's a face of Sky Sports, yeah, it's face of British boxing. So if AJ goes to the zone, mate, he fucking killed it.
Yeah. You know what?
So that's the problem.
Yeah. You said so. No, you told me that last time, and I didn't even want to address that right here. But there's a lot of things going on. It's not as simple as
behind closed doors. Yeah.
Right. It's not as simple as this guy wants to fight this guy. Let's get it on. It's not that simple.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
listen, I know
the
you.
bottom
Hey,
line is,
Halim, I know you're busy. I know you're busy, brother, man. Hey, you got to give me your number too, man. Not now, but this.
I just want to give a big shout out to Josh Taylor, man, and Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Josh Taylor, Billy Joe Saunders, this Canelo Alvarez fight, and Jose Ramirez.
I see you, Halim. I see you with the MTK Global on. I got you.
So now you understand why I got my face covered, yeah?
Uh-oh.
You know, I'm supposed to be on this show, man.
Okay. All right, Halim.
So you understand why? You understand why it's Ramadan in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
All the business is finished till May the 16th or 17th. That's when you're going to have a kind of a clue what's happening in Saudi. Normally they'll make an announcement after Eid. So guaranteed, have your heart, AJ and Tyson Fury.
Okay. All right. Hey, Halim, so you think it's going to happen next, though?
Listen, yeah, no idiot will give up 85 million pounds, 130 million. No idiot gonna be like Wilder, turning down $130 million contract. No way. I think Tyson Fury is not stupid to turn down 85 million pounds.
Yeah. No,
and that's a fact. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. I don't think it's Tyson Fury.
No way you fight Wilder for 10 million. Would you fight for 10 million?
No, not when I can make 85.
Anyone at the bottom. Major, would you fight for 10 million or 85 million?
85, but the bigger question here, right, is Bob Arum, since he's been supposedly losing money to everybody else, would he turn down that money?
Look, Bob Arum needs money, yeah, because he only got Crawford. I got a feeling Crawford might sign for Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
End of this year. Because
I would love to see Crawford go to MTK Global. I would love to see him go over there or get with Eddie Hearn. I think he'll be able to get fight. I would love to. I don't see him going to the PBC. I don't see him doing it.
Yeah, I can see Crawford because Bob Arum is finished. He should have retired right now. It's better for the boxing world him to retire. Simple. That's the bottom line.
I think every boxer should take a page out of Canelo's book, and from now on, start doing promotional contracts for like 1 to 2 fights, and that's that.
That's it.
You know
absolutely.
All the top guys, yes. All the top guys should do 1 to 2 fight deals. Yes.
Fair play, Major. You're right there. You're right there. If you got the money behind you, fair play.
That's
you
it,
know what I
man.
mean? I mean, Canelo's loaded, so he can do it. Mayweather, that's an example of all boxers. You know what I mean? Just move away from promoters.
Hey, Halim, listen, man. Brother, I'm telling you, I know you're not going to agree with me on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if Fury has to fight Wilder next.
Listen, come on, man. 85 million. Would you turn down 130 million like Wilder did? Come on, man. We've been slagging off Wilder for 1 year.
No, I agree with you. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I don't think he'll turn it down, but we don't know what the legal obligations are that's going on with that arbitration. We don't know that. You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, Coach, and we've never addressed this. What Halim is saying, which I tend to agree with. The people putting the money up is in Saudi Arabia. So no matter what any of us think, the money people are going to call the shot.
Right.
We ain't doing shit until after Ramadan.
Right.
After Ramadan, we'll know what's happening.
Right. No, yeah, no, I got you. I got you on that.
I said that shit 8 months ago on my channel, Shelton, and you know what? And
You did. I was there. You did. I was there.
I said, listen, it's not that I'm psychic. It's just it makes sense. It makes business sense. That's all it makes. It makes business sense. I'm not psychic, bro. It just if I was doing business, if this was my son, right? Because my son is, I'm trying to start him off in boxing. If this was my son, how would I move him, right? I would move him in that right direction. So I look at every single boxer in like business sense. What business sense does it make for him and his health? You know, Saudi Arabia was behind. You know what I'm saying? The zone application and all of that. They funded it. They invested a certain amount of money. COVID happened. Just like any other country, you have some type of insurance policy, and even if you don't, you know, you might fund it again because you say, you know, this was unexpected. I'll throw a little bit more into that because this was unexpected. Let me fund it. I got the money to do it. Let me fund it again. You know what I'm saying? And it's just mathematics, bro. You're not trying to lose your money, especially over something that wasn't the promoter's fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We got to get Bob Arum ass out the way. Hey, my issue is with Bob Arum right now. Listen, man, any pro Bob Arum fans out there, I'm sorry. Bob Arum to me is, listen, we got the Saudis doing their thing. You know, Fury, Joshua, they ready. And the sour patch in this whole thing has been consistent, has been Bob Arum.
Think about this, coach. Think about this, coach. What Halim is saying. Okay, so now we got to wait for the Saudis to put the money up. We want to fight. Can you imagine what happens if this motherfucker goes and fights Wilder and he fucking loses?
Hey, listen. So, Halim, you make a valid point. And no one is talking about that. Major Key talked about it 8 months ago. I didn't hear it, but Major Key talked about it 8 months ago. I haven't said a word about it. I didn't even think about that until you mentioned it to me, Halim. I was like, damn, you know what?
I was about to tell you, but I said read between the lines what Major said at the bottom. I said read what he said. You know what I mean? What he said, I wrote out the bottom. So read between the lines. What he said is right about the Saudis.
Right.
So that's what I came up to say, because on Ramadan, everything is a standstill.
Right. So listen, I listen. That makes perfect sense to me. But apparently it doesn't make sense to Bob Arum. This is what I'm saying. Like Bob Arum is saying something totally different. Like
Major Key hit it on the head. Bob Arum don't give a fuck about Ramadan. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't care.
That's a World Cup next year in Qatar. It's a big World Cup in Qatar next year.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know.
Okay, they could have had it in Qatar, but because they're having a World Cup, the Saudis took over.
Right.
Before we put the money down in Jeddah, have what you want, man.
Okay.
Tax free in Saudi, no problem.
I mean, listen.
So,
the Saudis, we know they have plenty of money, so.
The
problem with Dubai was that number one, the time zone difference, right? And number two is mainly meant Dubai is like for rich people. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get your average fans, and it wasn't fan friendly. That's the only reason it happened in Dubai, because Dubai had the money. They had the money to buy it, but it wasn't gonna be fan friendly. You know, and you know. I'm just saying, Qatar, not very well known. Saudi Arabia was behind it. The Prince was behind it. Of course, he's gonna fund it. It's not that I'm psychic, man. I'm just saying, it's made perfect sense if you got the Saudi Arabia Prince funding you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Right.
You know?
Listen, guys. I'm with you 1,000% on it. I'm not doubting any of that. With Ramadan, that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense to me. I think, but I keep going back to, but you address that. Bob Arum just don't care. So my point is, if you're Tyson Fury and Bob Arum is your manager, is your promoter, how comfortable does Tyson Fury feel with Bob Arum now? You know what I mean? Like, I hear what you're saying. It doesn't matter what Bob Arum says. The Saudis got the money. They are the ones who really calling the shots. I get all of that. So basically what you're saying is, don't listen to what Bob Arum says. He's just talking. Basically, that's what you're saying.
Especially if he's saying himself that there's a time-sensitive subject for Eddie Hearn to get with it. I thought y'all were co-promoting. So basically, he's not even in the loop because he's not handling that business because who is Eddie Hearn with the Saudis?
Look,
They're not
Tyson Fury needed a promoter in America. Okay? Tyson Fury needed a promoter in America, chose Bob Arum. He helped him with the Wilder fight 2 times. Now he's stuck with Bob Arum. That's the problem now.
Right.
Because he can pull the crowds in Las Vegas. Remember, he got 2 fight deal.
Right.
Could be the first one with AJ, the second one could be with, third one could be with Wilder.
Right.
In Las Vegas. You never know.
Right, because Fury did say he has 2 fights left on his contract with
Thank you,
Top
yeah.
Rank.
2 fights this year.
Right.
This year.
Right. So it'll make sense to have those 2 fights with Anthony Joshua. ESPN would love that. Top Rank would love that. Everybody involved would love that. You know what I mean?
And you got to remember too, every time you go to the gas station, you paying the Saudis, so they got the money.
Right. Right, they got the money. Right. So I don't even know why the hell Bob Arum just needs to shut the hell up, man. Like, dude, just shut up, sit down some damn way. Because it's like, it's like, man, listen. I would listen.
There's no boxer right now will turn down £85 million apart from Wilder. And that's a fact. No way Tyson Fury.
Wilder did it.
Yeah, Wilder did it because he's a dumbass. No disrespect to him, but he's a dumbass. Yeah. There's no boxer right now will turn down 80, 90 million pounds. What's that? $140 million? $140. So no way Tyson Fury gonna let this fight down. Guaranteed.
Right. You know, I don't know how much control.
Major, come on, man. Major Key. Would you turn down 90 million? Or would you fight for 10 million with Wilder right now?
But you see, you asking the wrong person because I wouldn't even turn down 10 million, bro. Hey, listen, you could knock me the fuck out in the first 10 seconds. I don't give a fuck as long as I leave with 10 million. Hey,
I leave that with Coach because I'm going to be in Coach's corner when he fights.
Yeah, I'll fight that motherfucker for 500,000.
Hey,
I'll fight it for 500,000 right now.
Listen, hey, oh my God, she said that Malik Scott confirmed the trilogy on FaceTime. On a FaceTime call with Areola yesterday.
Who the hell is Malik Scott? Who the hell is he?
Exactly what I was going to say. Exactly what I was going to say.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, man.
Okay. Go ahead, Alim. Go ahead, brother.
I got a phone call from the office, so I'll be back in 2 minutes, man.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Good shit, Alim. Good shit. That was
Alim,
shit,
that's my guy, man. Me and him talk all the time on the phone and stuff like that. So Alim is a good guy. So when I don't pull the source card when I say, hey man, my sources tell me this. I mean, I can't do it with Halim because I can't do it with Halim, but I don't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just I think my issue is Major Key is old man Bob Arum. That's my issue. You know what I mean? But what you're saying is 1,000% correct. What you're saying makes sense to me. Now it's like but I didn't take Ramadan into consideration. And I'm like, damn, I forgot all about Ramadan. So my thing is, okay, Ramadan, I think it ends probably like the middle of May.
Hold on, the FOI lieutenant forgot about Ramadan?
Yeah, because in the Nation of Islam, they do Ramadan differently. I'm explaining. I talked to you about it. Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
They do Ramadan, but it's Nation of Islam is not really Islam. You know, Orthodox Islam is more so the real Islam. Nation of Islam has a different belief. They take some Islamic principles, but it's more Marxism and black nationalism and stuff.
They take it and twist it.
My brother's a 5%, so I completely understand.
Right.
Yeah, they take it and twist it. I got you. They take it and twist it.
Yeah, I was a lieutenant for 20. I was a lieutenant in the nation out of Muslim of 47. So it's a lot of politics with that. So if Ramadan don't end till like maybe May 13, 14, 15.
May the 12th.
Then we're not going to get an announcement really until after that time. So my question is, Major Key, this is what I want to ask you. Being that what you just said, you make a valid damn point. Like, you make a valid point. I didn't, and Halim already told me about about what's going on with the Saudis. So I already knew that, but I just didn't even bring that up. I already knew that. I have it written down right here, but I didn't even bring that up. But the Ramadan and stuff, Bob Arum. So Bob Arum is just basically pump faking. He knows that they're not going to fight Wilder. The arbitration is not an issue. They are going to go ahead with the AJ fight. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that okay. So to be clear, none of us know, right? But what my intelligence tells me, right? What my instinct tells me is basically, look, Ramadan, he doesn't really care, right? That's kind of what I said already. I alluded to that he's Jewish. You know, there's already that issue with that, right? Yeah. But when it comes down to it, let's be honest here. That their time zone is different from when we do business over here. Their business hours are different from our business hours. So is an old man like Bob Arum really willing to sit up and wait, being spiteful that I don't even agree with your religion. I'm the right religion. You see what I'm saying? You know, right. So there's a lot more conflict, especially dealing with an old man like that. You know what I'm saying? Where he's stuck in his ways. You're not gonna teach an old dog new tricks, especially at that age. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that I feel like if they haven't announced that this is off, then there's no reason to believe it's off. Right. See what I'm saying? We're hearing from other people that there might be rumblings of other things happening, but we haven't heard these people officially say this is off. Right. Well, no, we haven't. And we have to remember that we have to take that into consideration. That's what I'm saying. So and to piggyback on what you're saying, because Tyson Fury's camp has given 20 deadlines, and all the deadlines have passed. Remember, they said they was going to walk away 1 million times. They haven't walked away yet. Haven't. Exactly. Exactly. So, I'm like, they haven't walked, and they haven't. We on the same page now, brother. We on the same page. Yeah, they haven't walked away yet, because that was my next question. I have it written down right here. I'm like, wait a minute. Now Tyson Fury said he was going to walk away if this don't happen, and that person and Bob Arum said we're going to walk away, and Frank Warren said that we wouldn't walk away. Nobody walked away yet. 20 deadlines have passed. None of them have been met, according to not Fury's camp, meaning his promoters, and they still haven't walked away. So who walks away? $5 back there, you don't want to take it. I thought I gave you $5 back there, you don't want to take it, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Who walks away from $80 million? Who walks away from that?
Yeah, it's true.
So this sister here say Eddie Hearn word is nothing. All right, let's say I agree with you. Eddie Hearn word is nothing. But Bob Arum word is nothing either, and Frank Warren word is nothing. So you can't say that one guy word is nothing, because I know you don't like Eddie Hearn. I do understand that. But do you trust Bob Arum and because you know the Alphabet Boy channel, and I think you might probably support them. I know you, based on you're support of Deontay Wilder, and you probably support the Alphabet Boy channel as well. And I have no problem with that. But even they say you can't believe anything Bob Arum says until Bob Arum says something that supports their narrative. Then they say Bob Arum told the truth. So this is the issue.
Ask her this, coach. Ask her this. If the fight is off, right, and the Wilder fight is on, why don't they just say that? Look, we can't fight AJ. We have to fight Wilder. That's simple to say. Right. That's very simple to say. But ain't nobody said that or anything close to that, right?
No, I know her angle. Her angle is she's team Wilder. She's team Wilder channels, more than likely. So I understand her position. If you guys get what I'm trying to say, if you pick up what I'm putting down, I understand her position. My question is, oh my God, my question is this: we don't know what's going on with the contract. You say the contract, the only thing that matters is the contract. We don't know what's going on with that contract. I don't know, and you don't know. All we know is what's being reported from outside sources. But guess what? There's a gag order on the contract. You haven't heard Deontay Wilder say one word about that contract. You haven't really heard Tyson Fury say anything about it. Tyson Fury said that he is not at any liberty to speak on that when he had the interview with Michelle Phelps. Now, on the Alphabet Boy channels, they talk about the Wilder and Fury situation as though they are the lawyers, they the arbitrators, they the promoters. They know everything what's going on with Deontay Wilder's business, right? But Deontay Wilder hasn't said anything. So my question to you, sister, is this: I understand the contract is the only thing that matters. But we don't know what's in the contract. You said, damn, I'm in the wrong place. Yes, you are in the wrong place. You probably need to go back to where you came from. Peace. All right, now.
Goddamn, coach, like that?
I mean, yeah, she said she's in the wrong place.
He said he was on it. He said he was on it from earlier. Before I even clicked the link, I was like, all right, he's on it. Let me explain my stuff very quickly so he doesn't misinterpret.
Listen. The sister said that she's in the wrong place. So if she's in the wrong place, then she probably need to go back to where she came. And I'm saying that very. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I'm just saying if that's the way she feel, you know. And listen, I get her position. Trust me. She is Team Bomb Squad. She's Team Alphabet Boy Channel. So if you know how I roll, understand that I know what that is, and I know how they think. I get it. I know how they think. So I'm being as respectful to the sister as I possibly can. If you feel like, sister, that you're in the wrong place, then you probably need to go back to where you came from before you came to this place, with all due respect. Because I'm just asking you a simple question. We don't know what's in the contract. You are speaking as though you know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. We only know because we haven't heard anything from Deontay Wilder, unless you got Wilder phone number. You talked to Bomb Squad himself, King Bomb Squad. The King Bomb Squad told you, yeah, this what's going on. Fury can't fight nobody else because I got this going on. I know he didn't tell you that because there's a guy going on. They can't say anything about it. So whatever we're hearing is rumors and innuendos surrounding something that we really don't know the details of that contract. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying.
I'm gonna follow up with that one, but I'm gonna say, like, I don't even know. Even if she talked to him on the phone, you were with him under the tree when you talked him out of suicide, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
you told our king to come back. You told our king to come back.
Hey, drop the link on my boy Shadow Ghost. What's up, bro? Shadow Ghost, new and upcoming channel as well. Very, very small channel, but trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, keeps it humble. 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So
guy, man.
Peace to you, New Media. Thank you for having me on. I think it's the first time. And then Shelton, you know, you always welcome on my panel. You always show up on Mondays. I appreciate you, man.
Blessings, my brother. Blessings and peace to you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's ring the Ali bell for my main man, Major Key Boxing. Please, guys, please subscribe to Major Key Boxing. This is the first time that he was on. Major Key Boxing goes live every Monday. What he said at 9 o'clock on Shelton?
9:30.
9:30. So I will go on to his live Monday at 9:30. Rock it out with my brother. He seems like he's very very level-headed. And he don't get rowdy like I do. I know I can get rowdy sometimes.
That's all right, coach. Shadow Ghost. The link is in the chat, Shadow Ghost.
Hey, Shadow Ghost, I'll drop the link in the chat, brother. I haven't talked to Shadow Ghost in a long time, man.
Yeah, that's my guy too, coach. I like that young kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. The clapping, coach. The site dropped out. The site, I don't know. The clapping, I don't know what you mean, brother. You say the site dropped out? I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, let me put the link back here. Philly Fly. That other guy, Philly. And my main man, Nearly Fuller Jr. Let's ring the Ali bell for Nearly Fuller and my brother Philly Fly. You see what I'm saying? Irish Boxing Bro. What's going on, fam? Anybody want to jump in the chat? You can. There goes the link. Philly Fly, what do you say? Some of these comments, people talking like they are Eddie and Bob themselves.
Yeah, we call them fanagers, coach. We call them fanagers. Those are those fanagers out there.
Fanagers. Oh, that's a new one. I ain't never heard of that one. Oh, I gotta write that one down. Fanagers.
Yeah, they on the inside. They rolling with Wilder. They eat dinner with Fury. They know everything. Because the homie told me. When the last time you seen him? I was just with him the other day and all that old garbage.
Hey, Shell, you baby, I had to write that down. Fanagers.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, Sly Tendencies. Hey, shout out to my brother Sly Tendencies, man, for the super chat. Let's see. How the hell is everyone? Peace out to my brother Sly Tendencies, man, with the Vegeta. Shadow Ghost. That's my brother there, man. Hey, listen.
Shadow, what's happening?
Let's go ahead. Let's ring the Ali bell. Let's ring the Ali bell for my brother Shadow Ghost. Ring the Ali bell from a brother, man. Everybody, please subscribe to Shadow Ghost 81's YouTube channel. My intentions, guys, was to write down all of the channels that I follow and rock with that really do very constructive analysis, and they do good debates, respectful debates. And I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I forgot, so I'm gonna write Shadow Ghost down. This is something to do list. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, because you know I can.
Yo,
my mouth too much sometimes.
Hey, can you hear me? Is my mic good?
I can hear you good.
Hey, yo, I just wanted to give you props, bro, because you be having me cracking up, bro. I be watching your videos, and when you be going at them dudes, bro, and you be, yo, the snapshots of them, bro. Like, you be having the funniest faces, bro. That shit be having me wilding, man. That shit is funny, man. Hey, the one thing I just wanted to add, bro, I'm gonna be quick, bro, because I wanted to leave, but I just wanted to drop by and just say, hey, man, that first off, man, you're doing your thing, bro, and mad love, man. And look, about Bob Arum, bro. I don't know, man. It seems like the older he's getting, like common sense is going out the window. Like, you know what I mean? It seems like the older he's getting, the past couple of years, the things, like, he said some crazy shit, like, in the past years, but, like, in the past 2 years,
yeah, he's
made, like, you could tell he's getting to that age where, all right, bro, that's old age right there, because,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because, I mean, he's saying some shit that you can't even take back, and I don't know. I just...
Hey, listen, hey, Shadow Ghost, you're right about that. I was thinking, right? I was doing some heavy thinking last night and the day. I said, you know what, man? Let me just reevaluate everything I've been talking about as it relates to this fight. And I'm like, what's the common denominator in this? Who is the common denominator in this whole thing? It's goddamn Bob Arum. I kept going back to Bob Arum. And then I was watching Bruce Vane video, because I watch a lot of people's channels. I was watching Bruce Vane video, and he made a valid point. And that's what made me start thinking about Bob Arum. And he was talking about all of the, shout out to Bruce Vane. I got to give him credit for helping me with my topic today. He made a valid point where a lot of big fights lately have not been made because of Bob Arum, and fighters had to leave him in order to make big fights. Look what Teofimo Lopez is going through. Man, Teofimo should not be treated the way he's being treated by his own promotional company. Look at Terrence Crawford.
If he would have just offered him just not even the money that Triller offered, if he'd have just gave him just offered the money's an okay offer of what he's worth, he wouldn't even have, like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't even have went the purse bid. It's not just that. It's like the comments he makes about Crawford.
Yeah,
like that's one of your top fighters, if not the top fighter at your stable. Right. I mean, and you talk about, okay, well, look at the fighters that he's been in. Well, that's your fault. You're the promoter. Right. You're the one that's putting him in the ring with these dudes. And you're talking about you ain't making no kickback. Well, whose fault is that? I don't understand that. I never understood that. Like, how are you blaming him for the stuff that you can control? Right. Like, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think his age. Like, I really think, like, the older you get, you know how they say your senses go, your eyesight go, your hearing goes. I'm starting to think the older that you get, common sense goes along with it. Because
well, you gotta think about this, Shadow Ghost. This is what you gotta think about. Bob Arum hasn't been involved with the greats: Ali, Foreman, Frazier, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray, Thomas Hearns. Bob Arum doesn't see anybody in this generation on that level, so he has no respect for them. He could give a shit if they leave. He doesn't care. He's 90 years old. He's rich, and he gonna say what he want to say because he doesn't respect any of these dudes. He don't give a fuck what they do.
And if that's the case, then he need to get his ass out the way. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Listen, you're 90 years old, dude. You've been promoting fights since Jesus was born. It's over. Get out the way. Let the young guns leave, because Terrence Crawford is leaving. So I'm pretty sure he's leaving, right? I'm pretty sure he's going to leave because he see that when fighters leave Top Rank is a good startup promotional company. Like when you first coming in, getting signed, coming out of the Olympics, they're good for that, right? But once you become a veteran in the game and get years under your belt, you can't stay with them. It's time to leave. It's time to leave.
Like the one thing that I will admit is, like, he's been throwing. There was, like, through the pandemic, he gave us, Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, it wasn't a pay-per-view. You know, he gave us the Valdez fight.
Yeah.
He gives us some fights, but then he's always complaining. How are we gonna make money? How are we gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? Ain't nobody want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. That's not like you don't see. That's one thing I like about Eddie Hearn. You don't see Eddie Hearn just always complaining. He's always talking about how he gonna try to get stuff done. That's the thing I like about him. And whether it's bullshit or not, I don't really care. But I'd rather hear that than to hear somebody just, I ain't gonna make no money. He's not gonna make no money. We need to. I don't want to hear that because that shit just makes me just be like, all right, you ain't even want to try at this moment. You know what I mean? Because you're right. Because if you look at the common denominator, it's him. Like he holds up a lot of stuff. He holds up. A lot of fights could have been made by now if Bob would have been like, okay, let's just come together. Let's just, because a lot of people don't even want to talk to Bob.
No, a lot of people don't want to work with Bob Arum at all, man. He admitted
that he put the quash on the Crawford Manny fight 2 years ago. He said, yeah, I stopped that fight. I didn't want Manny to take that fight. I stopped it.
Yeah, man, and that's crazy. Like, how do you have a promoter who is actively who promotes you, who is actively stopping you from having big fights?
That's funny as hell. I don't understand it, bro. That's crazy.
And that's my whole thing. And I get exactly what Halim is saying. But my whole point was Bob Arum has a track record, especially as of late, of stopping big fights from happening. Now he did do the Tyson Fury and Wilder fight. But I think that was more so to do with Wilder more so than Bob Arum. I'm gonna tell you why. Wilder thought that Fury was going to be an easy cherry pick, in my opinion.
Cherry pick gone wrong, right?
But he picked the wrong
cherry pick gone wrong.
And so in the second fight, he said, "Okay, I got robbed out of the first fight because the referee didn't wave the fight off when I knocked Tyson Fury out, and he let him recover and he get up. And then the second fight, of course, we know he got destroyed. So I think if Shelly Finkel would have knew that that was going to transpire like that, he never would have even agreed to allow Deontay Wilder to fight Fury. No one knew. No one saw that coming. So, but Bob Arum did that. But I don't know how much credit I can give him for that. You see what I'm saying? But he did give us Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. But the common denominator of that is this: both of them are top-ranked fighters.
He's giving us Josh Taylor and Ramirez. He's giving us Lomachenko, Nakatani.
Yeah.
He's giving us fights.
He's giving
us some fights that if you look at Showtime and PBC, they would charge you a pay-per-view for that. So that's the one flip side. And somebody in your car, I think I was reading, it was going down too fast, but somebody has said, why is Eddie getting a pass?
Here you go. He said, why is Eddie Hearn getting a pass with one?
I'm not saying Eddie, listen, all promoters got something. All promoters to me are a little shady. You know what I mean? They look out for self first. I'm not saying that he get a pass. I'm saying at least when he's talking, he's telling me what I want to hear. Whether you bullshitting or not, I'd rather hear that than to hear, well, nobody wants to pay for that, or we don't have this, or we don't have that. You don't want to hear that as a boxing fan. You know what I mean? Right. At least tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me you trying. Tell me you doing this. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's right to say that you're doing something and you're not, but at least tell me that. You know what I mean? Well, Bob will straight, but you're right. Bob don't give a fuck. Bob will tell you straight up. He'll tell you straight up. You know, I could have bought a mansion with Crawford's fight. You know.
Yeah, I never heard a promoter talk bad about his fighter the way Bob Arum does. Bob Arum don't give a damn. Now,
and you know what the problem is for him, for his company rather, his son-in-law, I guess, and is another guy who's going to take over when he's gone. Bob has all the connections in the sport. Those people deal with Bob. They don't deal with them. And if these guys don't have any top talent on their roster when Bob goes, what is Top Rank going to do? Because you ain't got shit to bargain with.
And this is the thing too. Like the guy said that my main man Sly Tennis, he said that why are we giving Eddie Hearn a pass? I'm not giving Eddie Hearn a pass. I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn is probably. He's beefing with what's my guy name on Billy Joe Saunders right now because Billy Joe feels like that Eddie Hearn is stabbing him in the back and he's big up in Canelo over Billy Joe Saunders. So I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn is not a sleazeball or not. I'm not saying that at all. You know, I think the people in the UK know a little bit more about Eddie Hearn than I do. But
Coach, Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo. Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo. What basket would you put your eggs in?
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but Billy Joe Saunders is signed to what the Eddie Hearn's management, Eddie Hearn's promotion, right? Right, Halim?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So I
Just
understand.
one fight.
Yeah. So I understand what you know what Billy Joe is saying. Like, damn, you know, dude, you all up on Canelo and y'all making plans for the next fight. As though he's just gonna run through me in this fight. You don't know what the outcome gonna be in this. You know what I mean? It's a foregone conclusion that Billy Joe is gonna get his ass whooped, and Canelo's gonna fight.
Canelo's Billy Joe talking. He talking like he's gonna get his ass whooped. He already looking at the judges like, oh, you promised me this, judge. Hey, look, man. If you're so confident, you shouldn't even be talking about it going to decision. You know. But of course, I mean, I'm just talking like the way I'm thinking. Like if you're already talking about something like. You talking about the end of the fight or the judges or whatever. I don't know. It's just weird. He's got a point though, as far as like the promoting goes. But but like, what would you expect? It's just like when Mayweather was on the top of the game, bro. He had all the promotion when he was fighting. We knew who was the A side. So did he not expect that? Like what did he expect? Like a 50-50 promotion with that? I don't know.
Right, yeah, you make a point. You know what I mean? So
the problem is, you know, Eddie Hearn is stepping on Bob Arum's shoes because he's coming from UK, taking over USA. That's the bottom line. And Eddie Hearn, he is like 50-50 promoter. Ghost, you're right there, what he said about Eddie Hearn. The bottom line, he gets the fights done. No matter what he does, he will get the fight done. So let's see what happens after May the 12th. Against Billy Joe Saunders, I don't know, he's going to go all out with Canelo. No matter if he loses, as long as he have a good fight, not like Yildirim or Callum Smith and the other guy, as long as he give a good fight, we're not bothered in the UK, telling the truth. Because all the stats against Billy Joe Saunders.
Right. Yeah, he's going to compete. He's going to compete. Yeah, he's going to compete. He's just not going to win.
Billy Joe gonna compete. Hey, he the underdog. He the underdog. Sheldon, I'm gonna put the whole house on Billy Joe Saunders. The house, the cars. I'm putting everything on Billy Joe.
Don't worry, Coach. You come live with me after that.
Whoa, wait.
You come live with me after that. You come stay with me.
And your ass gonna be homeless. You're gonna lose your house. You're gonna lose your car. You're gonna lose your job.
No, Shadow, everything. He can come stay with me, Shadow. He can come stay with me. It's okay.
Okay, you got a good friend in Shelton. You be all right.
No, I'm just
you know what? It's boxing, bro. Anything can happen, but you know what I mean. But I mean, come on now.
I
just wanted to say the one thing that gets me though is just the way that Billy's talking. Like he's talking. Like, you know, I do understand if he was told that he was going to get a UK judge and they're not giving it to him, yeah, that is messed up and you should talk about it. But but the way he's talking about it is as if you like, why you talk like if you're in a fight, you shouldn't be talking like it's going to go to decision.
Right.
You know, that's just me.
It seems over here, Halim, this is going on. Over here, a lot of people saying that it seems like Billy Joe Saunders is making built-in excuses. So when he loses the fight, he can say A, B, C, and D happened. We didn't get the judges. We didn't get
it's just like
even though Billy Joe
Caleb Plant wins and he says my hand's hurting. What he's already building up something for when if something don't happen or if the fight don't fall through. He already told you his hands don't hurt.
I'm saying even though Billy Joe may be making a valid point, he may be dead serious and spot on with what he's saying. You see what I'm saying? But on the outside looking in, you know, people, he's making excuses. And of course, if you're a pro Canelo fan, that's how you're going to take that anyways. He's just making an excuse, this and that, yada, yada, yada. But Tyson Fury is sure. He's saying that Billy Joe's going to shock the world. He's going to beat Canelo. And Billy Joe says he's coming to fight. And I believe he's coming to fight. I believe, you know, I believe that Billy Joe's coming to fight. And I'm gonna give him a shot. I ain't saying I'm betting the house on him now. Of course, I was just joking when I said that. You know what I mean? I'll probably put like $100 on him or something like that. You know, something little light. So if I lose, you know, it won't hurt me. You know what I mean?
But check this
I'm
out.
gonna give him a shot.
Listen, I will say this. Billy Joe Saunders, look how Canelo fight before.
Probably
Look
not,
at the score. Look at the score what judges gave against Canelo. That's what Billy Joe Saunders is all about. The scoring, the past fights with Canelo. Look against Laura. Look against Golovkin. 117, 111. One called it a draw.
Right. Yeah, that is
You know what I
true.
mean? So that's
No,
what it's
that
all
is
about.
true. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm
Yeah.
not saying Billy Joe Saunders not making a valid point, because he is making some valid points as it relates to scoring. Hell, even when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather, one judge had it a draw. and
Draw,
Canelo
ask
lost
the panel-
12 rounds. Clearly.
Let me ask the panel this: does
Wait,
anyone
hold on.
believe?
Shout out to John. Shout out to John Lee June for the super chat. Did Hearns drive Elmo Williams into the Ryan Garcia state of mind? I have no idea, brother. I really don't. I really don't. So anyway, shout out to my main man John Lee June for the super chat.
Now, does anybody on this panel believe that Billy Joe Saunders can get a decision in Texas?
No, I don't. I don't believe he can get a decision. But
No,
I don't believe. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
No.
I don't think he'll get a decision.
70,000 crowd.
Yeah.
I think 2 American judges and 1 Mexican, I think it is. 2 Americans, 1 Mexican. So the stacks against him, put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to knock him out. Only way he gonna win, he
and
got to
Eddie
knock him out.
Hearn wants Canelo to win.
Of course.
You know the
Can
reason
you
why Eddie
imagine
Hearn
though?
wants Canelo to win.
Can you imagine?
Right, because
if
he wants
Canelo
to
loses?
resign Canelo. He wants to keep doing
Thank you.
fights with Canelo.
Can you?
Yes.
But can you imagine
Donald.
if Canelo loses?
Bro, if Canelo loses, all those guys that new media be talking about, oh, bro, it's gonna be video after video after video after man. It's gonna be all over, bro.
They're gonna say Canelo was a hype job.
Yeah, they slandering him now.
They're gonna say Canelo was a hype job. We told you, it was just a matter of time. That's what they're gonna say. Now don't get me wrong. These other channels, they don't like Billy Joe Saunders at all. But if Billy Joe Saunders beat Canelo Alvarez, they are going to be the biggest Billy Joe Saunders fans. We told you. We knew it. I think I'm the only guy on the YouTube saying I'm betting on Billy Joe. I'm betting on Billy Joe. I'm gonna put $100 on Billy Joe. I'm not gonna bet the house and the cars, but I'm gonna put $100 on Billy Joe, and I'm gonna give it a shot. Something in my bones. Shadow Ghost. Something that's in my bones, brother, is telling me. Billy Joe.
Hey, you know what? Hey, listen, man. Hey, before I go, I'm about to leave, but before I go, I'm gonna say one thing. There's this guy, man, and I'm gonna get his name, and next time I talk to you, I'll give it to you. But what he does is he makes these professional bets, right? And a lot of times it's about sports, but a lot of it is boxing, though, right? A lot of it is boxing. So what he does is he breaks down the fight, the person styles, and then he talks about these bets about like how they do the bets or whatever, right? But anyway, make a long story short, he says that on a fight like this, right, when everybody, the whole damn near world thinks that one guy's gonna win, the best thing to do is to place a bet on both sides. That's always the best thing to do, is to place a bet on the guy that you think is gonna win, and also place a small bet on the guy, on the other guy. So this way, no matter what, you get something, you know what I mean? But I forgot the percentage though. There's always like a percentage that you do. So this way, even if you lose, you don't lose that much. But
you don't lose that much.
Yeah. But anyway, hey, listen, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
When you going live? When you going live again? Like when you show?
Oh, I don't be going live like how you do. I just go up on the, when somebody's live, I'll go up on the panel. I just drop my videos every once in a while. But I just had recently I had a couple of procedures, so I haven't been dropping any videos. I've just been trying to recuperate. But I come on to like I've been talking to Shelton, like on Rapstar or Punch or Major Key. I'll be coming on, but sooner or later, I think I'm gonna be starting a live. I just gotta pick a day and a time, because when I do it, I want to be consistent. I don't want to pick something and then just not be consistent. I want to be consistent with it. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. What we're gonna do? We're gonna start cross promoting. So whenever you go, I'm gonna do everything in my power to push for you, Punch. I know Punch already doing this thing. H Money. Yeah. What's the guy that just came on Shelton? I got it written down.
That was Major Key.
Major Key.
Major Key. Yeah, Major Key. Rapstar. pound for pound boxing, real news. My main man on blood boxing, and that's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? So, but listen, let's ring the Ali bell from my brother Shadow Ghost, man. Shadow Ghost ring the Ali bell, man.
All right, Shadow.
Hey,
See you later, bro.
All right, salute, bro.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah, man, that's my guy Shadow Ghost, man. I really like that. Hey, Halim, I'm telling you, I'm the only guy on YouTube that's betting on Billy Joe. Nobody believes in Billy Joe, man. Listen,
I've seen Billy J Saunders train. I've seen him fighting the amateurs. Yeah. I kind of grew up with Billy J Saunders. You know what I mean? The man can box. Remember, don't forget, he's kind of a half gypsy world, yeah?
Right. Hey, but you in there training? I think he in it. You training right now?
No, not training now, but I just had like a chicken shop.
Okay.
Get some good food. Somebody left money on it. No, that's not bad. I'm at the shop, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So don't worry, I'm chilling, man.
When does the UK come off a lockdown?
Right, could be in May, could be in June.
Okay, that's soon. That's like a month or so.
Yeah, because in California, we come off a lockdown in June.
Do they have a specific date like
June
May
15th for us?
About 2-3 weeks time.
Okay.
Yeah, we come off on June 15th. We come off a lockdown June 15th. Everything opens up.
Yeah, man. That's on. Hey, man, listen, man. So, anyways, man. Hey, I just I'm glad that you brought that up, Halim. Basically, I'm glad you brought that up. I was kind of like, damn, Bob Arum, man, is. But then again, hey, what's my main man name? Shadow Ghost. Shadow Ghost made a valid point. He said Bob Arum has been making big fights, and Canelo, not Canelo Alvarez, but he's been doing some big fights. Yes.
Look, I'm stepping on your shoes now. I'm coming from UK to USA and taking over the boxing scene, the zone. Right. That's Eddie Hearn. How would you like that? Come on, man. If I'm coming on your turn.
No, you're right. No, you're right about that. Because remember 3 years ago when Eddie Hearn, I think when he first got with the zone, I think that was 3 years ago. And remember when he came over Al Heyman's camp. I'm not going to say Al Heyman out of his mouth because he don't do any talking. But the PBC camp, and Bob Arum said that Eddie Hearn is going to flop. He doesn't know anything about the American market. He's not going to last long. He's not going to last long. I remember him saying that. So when I hear Bob Arum speak, it sounds like animosity.
Yeah.
And now he's snatching up fighter after fighter after fighter. He's snatching them up. He got the money behind him. Bob don't like that. Got the money for it.
Because they've seen Bob Arum, how he treats his boxers. Come on, man. Treats him like a pile of shit, man. Come on.
Right, he does. He does. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, Halim. Nooney says that how does the UK feel about Billy Joe Saunders' chances?
They're saying pretty good chances, man. Pretty good. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay.
He's got nothing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? So he the underdog. I'm just going for underdogs. I get it. I know Canelo is this a great boxer.
He's the greatest. Disrespected Canelo, yeah.
Right.
I'll put it this way, he is the GOAT, he is the pound for pound, Hall of Fame. But come on, man. How much fights have you been rigged? Come on, how many fights? Come on. The last 3 fights he had. The third one, I think his family been kidnapped.
Which one? You talking about Canelo?
No,
Canelo fight. No, his son. No, his brother. His brother got kidnapped. Yeah, in the last fight, in the Hildren fight. That was right here in Miami where I'm at. That was at the Hard Rock Stadium. Yeah. His brother got kidnapped, and he had to negotiate. It's ruthless over there in Mexico, man. Yeah, those guys don't play in Mexico.
They're a local, man. They're a local over there.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. So when it comes, I definitely thought, you know what I mean. I'm just, again, I know that I understand. I know Canelo is the greatest fighter of all time in the history of boxing. I get all of that, and I'm just giving Billy Joe a shot. That's all. I'm just rooting for him. If he loses,
thank you, coach.
It won't be a surprise, because everybody's picking him to lose anyways. But if he wins, I'm like, listen, man, we don't know. It's this boxing. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yeah. So, we can't just count him out.
Who respected Andy Ruiz beat Joshua first time round?
Yeah,
no
nobody.
respect to that, man.
Nobody.
Come on, man.
No,
Nobody
saw
expected that.
coming. Especially after he got knocked down. When he got knocked down, I was like, okay, yo, our Joshua is going to finish him. And normally when a fighter gets knocked down, you know, when they get up after the 10 count, they try to survive the round.
Avoid it, yeah.
And he didn't do that. He went right at Joshua. He didn't do that. So I mean, that tells me that he really wasn't hurt. He was more stunned than anything, but he really wasn't hurt. Because when you're hurt and still feeling woozy, go ahead.
Hey, you guys, that was another example of a cherry pick going wrong. They cherry picked that dude. I don't care what nobody says. They said, we're going to get this little fat guy and we're going to knock him out.
No,
but they didn't realize the dude had 105. He had 110 amateur fights and he only lost 5. And he had 32 pro fights and he only lost 1. So the dude could fight. They just didn't realize that.
Now, you know what happened to Shelton? Remember, he was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller, right? Johnson was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller, but Baby Miller got popped. He was dirty. He took a whole bunch of doggone drugs. He took a whole bunch of drugs. So then they went out to what? They said we're going to offer Ortiz, Luis Ortiz to fight.
He didn't
Luis
want
Ortiz
to fade,
turned down $7 million and say no, he don't want to fight. And he ended up fighting Wilder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was scared of the fade.
I mean, in defense of Anthony Joshua, he like, okay, I gotta find somebody. I'm not sure, but I think Andy Ruiz was ranked number 3. And I don't know what's belt. Number 2? Number 2 or 3. He was like ranked number 3. So I mean, I get what you're saying about the cherry pick, but I don't know. I just think that he was just trying to find somebody to fight. After one guy got popped dirty, the second guy turned him down. Yeah, the WBA. Smith and West, thank you so much. It was the WBO. I think Ruiz is ranked number 3 behind the WBO, so he just had to pick somebody. He didn't know he was going to lose, of course. But
why didn't he call Charles Martin then?
Why he didn't call Charles Martin?
Charles Martin.
Hey, Charles Martin. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't know, man. Listen, man. But I will say this. I don't think that was a cherry pick. I just think that Ortiz didn't want to fight him. For the life of me, I don't know why Ortiz turned that money down.
I do. I know why. He didn't want to get knocked the fuck out.
No, but he got knocked out anyways when he fought Wilder.
But he thought Wilder was a much easier fight. He thought Wilder was an easier fight. I mean, you've been around boxing, Coach. I've been around boxing damn near my whole life. The fighters know what's up. The fighters know what's up. I can either make $7 million and probably never get another payday fighting AJ and get my ass beat, or I can go fight this guy who ain't got no skill. I think I can beat him. I'll take that.
Yeah, but he didn't even make $1 million for that fight to fight Wilder. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, listen, I understand Ortiz is a PBC fighter. I think that the part of the management team was trying to say, hey, listen, we're going to keep this PBC. We're going to freeze Anthony. This was the freeze Anthony Joshua tactics again, all over again.
Yes,
we're going to freeze him out.
Yes.
And listen, I say this with all sincerity. Tyson Fury hustled Deontay Wilder. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. I will still say that. Tyson Fury, this lucky son of a gun. This dude knew I have to get the gab. I'm going to get Wilder in the ring. I know that they think that I'm a cherry pick, but I'm gonna have a surprise for them. Now, the first fight it ended up being a draw, and then Tyson Fury glove. They're gonna talk about glove gate. I'm not even gonna talk about the glove gate thing, whatever. And the second fight, Tyson Fury said, "Okay, let me get a couple of tune-up fights before I fight Wilder again." And when he fought him again, we know what happened. That man bet on himself, and now Tyson Fury put himself in a position to where he can potentially make the most money that he's ever made in his life for one fight fighting Anthony Joshua. If that ain't a hustle, I don't know what is.
This is what I'm saying, Coach, man. You're correct. This is what I'm saying, man. He's going to turn down $85 million, man. Come on, man.
Right,
Everyone's
right.
about that. Come on.
Right.
No one's going to turn down $85 million.
Yeah, we got to get all that. We got to get all that, Bobby.
We just said it, Coach. You got to remember this. What you just said is absolutely right.
Right.
Nobody thought Tyson Fury was going to go into that first fight and do what he did.
Right. Nobody.
This guy just lost over 200 pounds, trying to get back in shape. And Wilder thought this was going to be an easy fight. But Tyson Fury could always box. Tyson Fury knew he could outbox this dude. That's why he wanted to fight, because this gets me back in the game.
Yeah,
this is an easy win.
Oh, listen. When you think about it, it was brilliant by Tyson Fury. It was so brilliant. I say this mother's he hustled Deontay Wilder. Man, this man, and I think that's why the Bomb Squad Nation is so upset. They realize, wait a minute, Tyson Fury finessed our king, took the belt, and now he's in the position that Wilder should have been in. Wilder turned down that I'll never forget that 3-fight deal with DAZN. 3-fight, $120 million. Who turns down $120 million? Like for the life of me.
Come on, Shelton.
Listen, I will fight Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder right now for a third of that money. Now,
because here's the problem. Here's the thing.
I'm gonna go to the hospital after. You know what I mean?
Because here's the thing, right? The zone came out.
Hey, throw the towel in. If you see me get beat, throw the towel in.
The zone came out. The zone came out after the fact, right? The zone came out and said it was a fucked up deal. He shouldn't have signed it. But if you look at it from a practical standpoint, I don't give a fuck if the deal is fucked up or not. Once I signed it, you owe me $120 million no matter what.
Thank you.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So he should have just took it.
Man, listen. Throw the towel
So
in.
you don't understand that, yeah?
Yeah, I understand.
You think Tyson Fury going to turn down 85 million against Joshua?
No,
Come on, man. He made more money from this fight than any other fight he had in his life. Come on, man.
You know, I don't believe that. I don't believe Fury is going to walk away from the money. I don't believe that at all.
No way.
You know what I mean?
What, for 10 million against Wilder.
So what do you think is going to happen with the arbitration? You think he's gonna have to pay Wilder some money?
Of course.
Probably Saudi fans pay off for it.
Right.
Of course.
He ain't gonna pay it. Saudi's gonna pay it
for him. Yeah, they're gonna pay it for him.
I'm telling you, the Saudis probably pay it off to get the fight in Saudi. They do anything for sport.
Right.
Boxing.
Right.
I can see Saudi paying the money off.
It's just like in the NFL, coach. When the motherfucker go out there and get a penalty, he get a 15-yard penalty, he get ejected from the game. He don't pay that fine. The team pays that fine.
Right.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, okay. All right, MTK Global. Listen, hey Halim, check the private chat. You see it? You see the message I sent?
The Fury is getting what?
No, not this. I think I sent you a message in the private chat.
Check the private chat, Halim.
Check the private chat.
I could see some writing, but can't.
You see my name right there?
Yeah, I see your name. Yeah.
You see the number?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know Coach Askey has it, but I just wanted to give it to you as well.
Oh, cheers, man.
Okay. Yeah. So, hey, listen, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta go to the barbershop. I get a haircut every Thursday. I know you're saying, look, my face.
You don't go to Drew's barber, yeah?
Huh?
Please tell me not to go to Drew's barber. No way.
No.
Yo, man. The most wanted man in USA, Drew's barber.
Hey, no, Drew, no. I don't have his barber.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's a terrible haircut.
Hey, listen,
hey,
man.
Coach, are you watching? Are we watching Chisora and Parker Saturday? Are we doing that?
Yeah, we're watching that because I'm not paying for Andy Ruiz and
no, hell no, I don't want to see that shit.
I ain't paying
that shit.
I'm not paying for
hell
that.
no.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, Chisora gonna get gassed in 4 rounds.
Yeah, he is. Hey, so listen, everybody. I want to send a shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to send a shout out to Mr. Shelton Moore and my big brother Halim, my big brother Shelton Moore.
My man.
MTK Global is in the building, guys. MTK Global is in the building. These two men have a wealth of boxing knowledge, and Halim knows a lot what's going on behind the scenes from the business standpoint. So if there's anything I need to know, I can reach out to him. If I'm wrong,
I'm here to help everyone, man. I'm here to help anyone. Anyone got questions at the bottom. So I'm here to help Coach Malachi William and all the boxing fans, man. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Okay,
Coach,
thank you so
you
much,
have a
man.
great
So-
day. Get that haircut. I'm gonna jump in the shower, get my ass out this house with my lazy ass, and I see y'all soon.
All right, we're gonna get everybody a round of
Peace out,
applause.
man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh my God, shout out to you, sister. Even though I don't agree with you, but shout out to you. Shout out to my big brother Halim. You know what I mean? I don't agree with you, sis, but I get what you're saying. Stop thinking, stop yelling, tone it down, coach. Open-minded. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right, sis, whatever you say. I'm not even gonna entertain it anymore, but I get it. Whatever you say, sis. Other than that, man, I want to send a shout out to everybody, man. My main man, Neely Fuller. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Shane. Shout out to Paul CX. Shout out to North Star. Shout out to my sister, Karma Serene. Shout out to Philly Fly. Hey, I like that name, man. Shout out to my brother, Peter Barnarts. Shout out to Graham Taylor. Shout out to my big brother, Halim. Shout out to M. Bloom. Shout out to Kenton. Shout out to King Midas, just like King Midas, as I was told. Shout out to my brother Tellum. Shout out to Neely Fuller Jr. Shout out to Raj. Oh my God, I disagree with you wholeheartedly, sis. I get it, but shout out to you too. Shout out to Graham. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta, North Star. My main man Smith and West. Every time I think of Smith and West, you know what I think about. Shout out to Tommy Taylor. Shout out to Stephen Cohen. Shout out to the Corn Kid. Shout out to it's a lot of people on here. A lot of people on here I'm giving shout outs to. Oh, Dragon Leg, my main man Dragon Leg. Shout out to him. Oh yeah, shout out to the Rap Star Boxing. Shout out to Pound for Pound Boxing News. Shout out to Iris Boxing Bros. Shout out to Bruce Vane. Shout out to the Punch Drunk. Shout out to Shadow Ghost. Shout out to my brother Blood Boxing. And any other channel that I might have forgotten about that I'm gonna make a list of. Shout out to all of those guys. And other than that, man, it's that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out for New Media Today USA Boxing. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.